Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Keeping Up with Cows. Today's story time is long overdue. Y'all been asking for this story time, so I'm gonna give it to y'all. This is a story time on when the cops raided my crib. Yes, you heard me correctly. The police, the boys in blue, raided my house. So now, this is 2019, like the day after Thanksgiving, or the day before Thanksgiving is where I'm gonna start the story at. The day before Thanksgiving, this is when my friend, my ex-best friend from hell, and all those other people was still living with me. So we had gotten into a situation with my neighbor. She was just mad annoying. She lived under us. She complained about everything, like literally everything. My cats was mad small. You didn't even hear them when you was in the house. So I'm like, if we can't hear them and we in the house, how can you hear them and they under you? Like, they mad sneaky. They don't want you to hear them. So she was always complaining to my son. Her son was allergic to cats. The cats is in my house. They don't ever leave the house. More yet, they hardly ever leave my room. The only time they leave my room is if I'm walking around the house and they're following me. So that was that. Like, she was always complaining. She was just mad annoying. Mad annoying. And her son was like my age. When she was talking about her son, like, oh, my son is that and third. Me and her son are the same age. Your son is not a little kid. His allergies should not be affecting him that bad to the point where he's about to die. He's a grown-ass man, and it should not be that bad. So, ever since we moved there, she was always complaining. The first night we was there, she used to take her broom and bang the bottom of our floor, which is her ceiling or whatever. She was doing mad weird stuff, like, feel me? So, I had one day, this the day we leaving. It's all of us, and we walking out the crib. I'm last, so my ex-best friend, her boo, walk out. Then some girl named India and the other boy, Vaughn, walked out. And then it was me and my boo, we walking out. But he walked out before me. So while he walking out, after I walk out, while I'm walking out, the lady come out her house. And she's, like, I don't know if she's recording me or if she's on FaceTime. But it's one of the two. And she's recording or whatever, got the phone up in my face. So I mushed her. I didn't really, like, touch her, but I just faked it. Like, I moved her phone. I'm like, yo, get out my face.
That's okay. Didn't I tell the super to tell you, if you have something to tell me, do not speak to me, speak to my mother? Did I not say that? If you have something to speak to me, speak to my mother. Don't put your hands on me. Don't do that. Don't do that. Nobody touched you. Nobody touched you. Yes, fuck out. I have it on camera. Nobody hates you.
Like, what are you doing? Why is your phone in my face? So then she comes outside. She keeps following me. Like, why are you following me, girl? You about to be 50. I'm not even 18 yet. Like, I'm a little ass girl. Why are you trying to pick fights with somebody who's stronger than you? Like, yeah, you might be older than me, but listen, sweetheart, you old. I'm stronger than you. Why are you trying to pick fights with me? Like, come on. Feel me? So then her husband ends up coming outside. When he comes outside, it's all of us now. So now it's me. It's basically 6 of us. It's 6 of us. We all arguing or whatever. Shorty, she come out, she's swinging her vase. The neighbors from upstairs, because it was 3 apartments. It was like a little brownstone, but it was 3 apartments. So the neighbors, we lived in the middle. We was on the 2nd floor. The neighbors from the 3rd floor, they came downstairs. They was recording at the top of the steps, all types of stuff. Like, feel me? So then we arguing. And then I don't know what happened. Oh, yeah. My best friend at the time, she was spitting on her husband, punching her husband. Her husband, he was, feel me, he was wilding. Like, I don't know why he was in our face to begin with. He kept screaming, and then whenever we would do something, mind you, he's screaming at us. And then when we react to it, he would look at the boys that was with us, and he'd be like, oh, I'm one of y'all. So we was like, feel me, what are you trying to say? Like, what's up with all that? Like, feel me? Then, the nigga, he chokes me and my best friend. So now me and him, we're punching him. Like, now, nigga said me and him. Me and her, we're punching him. She spit on him. He let us go or whatever. Then we get back, like, we go back. Now we in the hallway downstairs. The lady stands out by her door. She opens her door. Her door was closed. No. Her door was closed, and we was kicking her door. That's what happened. My fault, y'all. Her door was closed. I'm trying to make sure I get everything correct. Her door was closed, and we started kicking her door. We broke the doorknob. And then, while we was like, well, obviously she heard us kicking the door and shit. So she was standing behind the door with a vase. She threw the glass vase at us, but we moved. But she threw it at us. We moved, but it ain't hit us or nothing. Feel me? But she was aiming at us because we was standing right in front of her door. It was me and my ex-best friend at the time. We was standing right in front of her door. And she just threw that shit. Feel me? So now, they called, her daughter came. Her daughter almost tried to run us over with her car. So we chased her car. But then she sped off mad fast. I guess she did like 60 or whatever. She did. She was pussy. Feel me? Then she came back. When she came back, why the fuck? So then she came back with the cops. The cops told us, they was like, oh, just leave for the night. Don't come back. Just like, they was like, come back. Like, I could come back. It was just like, go for the night. Don't come back tonight. Like, just. So we went to the east. We chilling in the east. We stayed there basically all day. Waited till the sun came up. And some of us went back to my house in the morning. Some of them stayed in the east. And that was that for that day. Then Thanksgiving came, obviously. Thanksgiving was the next day. Everybody, we separated, went our separate ways. They went to their family Thanksgiving functions. I went to my family Thanksgiving functions. We linked back up that night. So then the next morning now, my boyfriend, he's leaving. This is the day the cops raided the crib. He's leaving, but it was nighttime. This is like around 8-ish. I wouldn't even say that late. It was like 5 something. Feel me? So he's leaving. And she's standing behind her door, like her house door, but you can hear her talking. So she was like, no, I'm not going to be a prisoner in my own home. So my boyfriend's like, just go upstairs, go upstairs. Like, I lock the door behind me. So I go upstairs. Like, I want to say like 15 minutes later, the cops is at my house and they ringing my doorbell. They rung the doorbell. They're like, is Kelsey there? I'm like, I'm right here. They was like, can you open the door? I'm like, I don't have to. My mother's not home and I'm underage. I don't have to open the door. So I'm like, whatever you have to tell me, you can tell me through the door. And they like, oh, can you just come downstairs? We want to talk to you. I'm like, what do you want to talk to me about? Like, what is there to talk about? Like, what's going on? Nobody not saying nothing. They just keep talking about some come downstairs, come downstairs. I'm like, I'm not coming downstairs and I'm not opening the door. My mother's not home and I'm underage. I do not have to open the door. And I really didn't. So, for me, they was outside, word two, they was outside for about 2 hours and some change, almost 3 hours, probably more. Feel me? We there in the house. They outside in my front yard, in my backyard. They shining flashlights at my bedroom window. We was in my mom's room. We locked all the doors in our house. Like, we was on live the whole time. So y'all know I'm throwing some clips in there. We was cursing the policeman out. I was looking at the window. I was calling him a cracker. I was all types of shit. Like, I was calling him Mr. Clean. Nigga had the clean bean, all types of. So we're in the house. First of all, we smoking while we in the crib. We on live. We dancing, listening to music. We doing whatever we want to do at this point because we're like, alright, we know we ain't getting out of this, so we might as well enjoy the little time we have before they decide, fuck it, we gonna break down them doors. So they got my cousin. My mom never came home that day. She went to my aunt's house, but yeah, they had got my cousin trying to get my cousin to come get me to the door. I'm like, I'm not coming outside. Like, you right there, so whatever they have to tell me, they can tell you. They not telling her nothing. They not saying nothing. Nobody. The lady downstairs, she never came out her house. Nothing. Like, nothing. Nothing.
The way they can't get in, the top lock is like a door thingy.
I'll put the shoecase in front of that shit. Let me put the shoecase in front
I'm going to sleep. Nah, stop. Yo, they wowing. Look at them lights.
NYPDK.
What's on your NYPDK?
I'm going to sleep. This is so much fun. Let's go. Let me go.
Yo, y'all hear that? Look at the lights. They trying their hardest. They trying their hardest right now. Yeah. Yes, it's the boys. I don't know what we did. You would have thought we killed somebody, but it's the cops.
So after like 2 hours, I would say, I don't know, I told you I don't really remember how long we was up there for, but we was up there for a minute before they came in. After like 2 hours, almost 3 hours, they came to the door and they started banging on the door. So I took my mom like the table, like, you know, everybody has a little round table with the chairs and shit where you eat at the dining table. I took her dining table and we jammed it up against the door and we locked it. Cause like it was like a regular lock, and then it had like a middle lock, and then it was like a little kickstand lock at the top. So like, you know, at the hotel when you flick it over, or like you drag the little key thingy, it was one of those all at the top, because the people that used to live there before us, their son was, I guess he had autism or something like that, and he used to like leave the room and shit at night. And they had locks on the outsides of the door, all types of stuff. I guess they used to lock the little boy in his room and shit like that for me. But yeah, so first they was just banging on it with their hands. They was banging for mad long. We was clowning them. I'm making mad jokes, all types of shit. Like, I didn't care. I don't know why I didn't care, but I really didn't care. But yeah, what happened, we moved it to see if they were still there because they covered the peephole. And this shit is so funny because when we moved it, they heard us. So like they tried to like throw themselves at the door. But my friend, my best friend at the time, my boyfriend is mad tall, like nigga is mad big. So he threw himself at the table, and when he threw himself at the table just slammed on the door. They got tight. I know they was tight. They was fast because they really thought they was about to get in. They really thought.
Say hi to Love. You on Facebook. For what? Do you have a warrant? I'm underage. My parents is not home. Do you have a warrant? What do you want to talk to me for? It's nothing to talk about.
What happened?
I almost tripped over something.
Oh, I thought they came through the back of the window. Nah, but it's mad at these niggas. Yo! They want us gone. They want us gone. Yo! Yo! Yo, TP!
Yeah, up on the roof. Go ahead, come.
Yo!
Push the table.
Too big, too strong. Too big, too strong.
Got it! The slag, nigga! Yo! He coming down! Nigga, Joey, who's retarded? Yo! No, don't fucking knock now. Suck my dick. We gave you the opportunity to talk. You ain't want to talk, so suck my dick. Fuck you. I don't give a flying fuck who you spoke to, because she don't know how scared I am, so she can't tell you if I'm scared for my safety or not, so I'm not opening shit. Yeah, go fuck yourself.
They had 5, or yeah, it was 5 of us because my boyfriend had left. They really thought they had 5 of us. But yeah, so whole time we in there, they watching my live. They telling me what I'm saying on live. They telling me what I'm doing. I'm like, I really don't care. Y'all not gonna let us off the hook anyways. Y'all not about to leave. Y'all about to come in there. Either way, I really could care less. Like, I really didn't care. So when they finally broke in, we was in a room, and one of the boys that was like, I think it was India boyfriend. He peeked out. Like, he was like, what's that? Like, he was like, it's mad quiet. Like, he peeked, he was listening. And then, oh, they coming. I'm like, what? They coming. Everybody ran to my room, because my room is in the back. Everybody ran to my room, and we locked the door like some dumbasses. First of all, they just broke down my house door with the table behind it and all that. That's one. And then they came in my room, but they came in my room on some hot shit. Like, first, the door was locked, so they was banging on the door. They was like, open up, y'all got 3 seconds. So now my friend, he was like, all right, if I open the door, y'all need to put your guns down. Y'all need to relax because nobody got no weapons in here and it's not that deep. So he opened the door. I think I got the video with him opening the door with his hands up, like, feel me? And it was like, oh, his hands was like right here. You could see his hands. It was like, oh, we can't see your hands. So he was like, yo, come on, don't be a, like, this is exactly what he did. He said, come on, don't be a dick rider. Like, come on, feel me? So then they started fiending, all type, yo, word to, every last one of them had a gun drawn. All of them was guns. They came in the crib, guns out, flashlight on, a gun. Like, relax. It ain't that deep. It's a whole bunch of teenagers. You fucking dragged it. Like, come on.
I just don't want the phone in my hand. Open the door for them. We're opening the door. Our hands is up.
Yo, I'm recording.
Don't shoot.
Please
We
do
are
not
recording.
shoot.
Do not shoot.
Listen, all four of you are in here, right? Anthony,
Yeah, we in here.
all four of you, right?
Yes.
All right. Just come on out. Lights on.
Okay. No, I can't. I'm scared, sir. I'll just open the door. You can come in.
And I don't want to break the door.
We'll open the door and you can come in, but we're not stepping out.
All right, so just unlock it, please. I gotta break it.
It's in my. Relax.
Unlock is in the light, all right?
All right. The light is on.
Please.
Our hands is up. Please.
One of you. That's fine.
Please don't be that cop.
No one's
Hands up.
listen to me.
Hands up.
Listen to me talk.
Hands up. I'm
Stop
listening.
walking.
Stop.
Please, Vonyo,
Come on,
please.
stop, please.
Keep your hands there and walk back.
Then on my live, somebody was in the comments like, oh, you want me to drive past your block and let off a few shots so they could leave? I'm like, I'm gonna fail. Go ahead, do it. They gonna repeat that to me. Like, nigga, what? Excuse me. Like, what? That was obviously a joke. Like, come on. Try again. But it was so real. The night when all of that was going down, we ended up keying my neighbor's car. I punched my friend, the other girl, not my best friend, the other girl in her jaw by accident. Because she seen me about to punch the lady. She gonna, yo. This me. This the lady. I'm about to swing at her. My friend literally comes right here and stops. She just walks and just stops. And by the time I tried to catch myself and stop, it was too late. Like, my hand had already connected to her face. And she was just like... And I'm like, I laughed. I ain't gonna front, I really laughed because that shit was funny. Like, I laughed. I was so fucking weak. Like, I don't know why, but I really was. I was mad weak. And then we in the precinct, and they arrest us or whatever. We get to the precinct. It's me and the girl that I punched because I was 17, she was 16. My best friend at the time was 18. So she was on the other side, and then the two boys was, well, obviously they was with themselves. I mean, each other, whatever the fuck. Feel me? So, but when we first got there, it was just me, the girl, my best friend, and her boyfriend. And the other boy, the dark-skinned boy, he was gone. So we was cracking jokes. We was like, yo, y'all better not have killed my friend because he was dark-skinned and shit like that. For me, he was the darkest. So it was just like, where he at? Like, we all left the house together at the same time. 20 minutes. We've been standing here for 20 minutes and he's still not here. Like, feel me? Mind you, that I forgot to mention, when they came in the crib, I had on tights. And my tights had a big-ass hole in the back, yo. My fucking ass cheeks was out. And they would not let me put no pants on. They would not. But, yeah. What I was about to say. So, yeah, long story short, we ended up going to the bookings. We was in there. First of all, we got there at like 10 p.m. We was in there from 10 p.m. till 7 in the morning. Me and the 16-year-old. Till 7 in the morning. After that, they took us to the bookings. From the bookings, we went straight to the family court or whatever. We was in family court from 12 p.m. to fucking 5 p.m. before we saw a judge. And the judge, like, they was like, oh, basically, we got a restraining order. You gotta come back, because we live in the same building. It's like, it's not no distance thing. It's just like when I see her, I can't say nothing to her and I can't touch her. So they sent us home. My boyfriend come home. Nigga said come home. He came over the next day or whatever. He was like, we was chilling. It was just me and him, nobody else. Like all the extra people. I was like, yeah, I need a break from all y'all right now. Like my house is on hot. We need a break. Feel me? So he come over. It's just me and him. My mom was like, yeah, your boyfriend could come, but the whole crowd is like, not right now. We chilling. He's about to leave now. I think either he's about to go get some weed or some shit. But he's leaving. So now when he's leaving, we're walking down the stairs and I hear her. Like I didn't really hear her per se, but I heard her family. Like I heard them talking. And so I'm like, wait. Like I told him, I'm like, wait, stop right here. Hold on. Like because it's 2 steps. It's 2 flights of stairs that separate the first floor apartments from the second floor apartment. So I'm like, wait right here. Hold on. We in the middle now. So now we at the bottom of the first flight, but we basically at the top of the second flight to go down. So I'm like, wait right here. Let's give them a second before they say we trying to bother them or anything like that. So now we waiting. We thought they was done. So I'm like, all right, let's go. So he leave. Like, he's walking out and I'm following him so I can lock the door behind him. And she comes back out. And then my boyfriend was like, yo, just go upstairs. So I'm like, they told me, this is what I said. I said, they told me I can't speak to her and I can't touch her. They never told me I couldn't look at her and I can't walk past her. Like, we live in the same building. The lady, you know what the lady did? She calls the cops. I didn't even touch word to. I did not touch her. Did not look at her. Did not say anything directly to her. Nothing. Like, feel me? She calls the cops and tells them that she feels threatened. And I get arrested again. This is literally the day after I just fucking came home from the fucking booking. So now I'm sitting there. This time I'm by myself. It's not no 5 people, no 16. I'm by myself. So now I'm sitting there. And I'm just so fucking mad. I'm like, yo, bro, when I go home, I'm gonna really strangle this bitch, son. Like, bro, do y'all know she did that a third time? I got arrested 3 times within 1 week because of this neighbor. And these little restraining order charges. And she, like, girl, I didn't touch you. I didn't look at you. I did not threaten you. Because trust and believe, I would have shot you, dumb man. I really would have killed you, bitch. Don't play with me. You done got me arrested twice. The third time I would have killed you. I would like, come on, like I wouldn't have been no threat. I would have sat there and strangled you. Like, come on. I don't care. You punch me, you kick me, I'm strangling you, bitch. You gonna die. Like, feel me? Like that's what was going through my head at the moment. But I did not get home. The second time I got arrested, I was literally there for a full day. I did not get home till the day after at 4 p.m. They was about to keep me again for another day, but then they was like, how old are you? I'm like, I'm still 17. They was like, oh, okay, you got to see the judge or whatever. Then they was like, oh, they sent me home. They was like, the judge, she listened to the story and she heard, like, she was like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. She was like, I would advise you to just, like, don't go back home. She was like, not to not go back home, but she was like, go home, get my stuff, and, like, go to my aunt's house for, like, a week or 2 weeks or something like that, because she was like, the lady's gonna keep doing that. And so said, so done. She was about to keep doing that, calling the cops and telling them that she felt threatened to get me arrested, because she knew after a certain amount of time they was gonna have to keep me. They wasn't gonna send me back home. They was gonna keep me. But then the cops, the police, they like the fucking restraining order did not stick. It was like, they was like, y'all live together. It's pointless. Just like, if she touches you, then you call the cops. But other than that, you can't really have a restraining order, girl. We live in the same complex. It's literally the same house. The fuck, like, feel me? So the third time, it was on some bullshit. Like, I wasn't even in the house. I get home, they're already outside waiting for me. I'm like, yo, this lady is sick. Like, she's really sick. And to this day, I have yet to see her. Since we moved from there, I have yet to see her. But I'm going to see her again. And she going to remember my face. I promise y'all that lady going to remember my face. She definitely is. She like, oh, shit. This the girl. This the girl, y'all. But that's the story time on when the cops raided my crib. If y'all want more stories, let me know. I'm about to, I don't know what video I'm doing next. I might do like a little vlog going out to even my friend's vlog or some shit like that. Like, I don't know. I'm getting tired of telling y'all stories and shit. But yeah, this is Keep It Up with Kels. If you like this story, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, like, and share. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing nothing. Nope, I'm not missing nothing. No.